It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 2024 Biannual Protecting Children and Youth from Digital Harm Symposium, hosted by the United States Agency for International Development, or USAID. This is USAID's second such symposium, which brings together leaders from government, civil society, the technology sector, academia, and youth to explore ways to uphold children's right to a safe, rights-respecting, and positive digital environment. As you may know, today is Safer Internet Day. Its theme, Together for a Better Internet, is fitting, as indeed our symposium reflects a spirit of global cooperation as we exchange ideas and find collective solutions to keeping the internet a safe space for children and youth who depend on it for learning and connection in our extremely digital world. USAID knows that youth are critical to making this happen, which is why they have been involved in every aspect of planning and implementation of this event, ensuring that their ideas on how to access and use digital tools in ways that support their safety, mental health, and overall well-being are included. For example, today you will hear from some of USAID's Digital Use Council members who will share their unique experiences and truly impressive innovations to protect children and youth in their own countries. Digital technologies are dramatically impacting the way that children and youth all over the world play, learn, interact, communicate, and access information and services. But greater access to these digital spaces also increases the risk of exposing children and youth to harm, both online and offline. USAID has long been an endorser of the Principles of Digital Development, a 20-plus year community-led initiative to identify ways to make sure our digital investments are impactful, sustainable, and safe. USAID also developed and is implementing a targeted digital strategy, which you will learn more about today. It builds on decades of the agency's leadership in digital development and outlines USAID's deliberate and holistic commitment to strengthen open, inclusive, and secure digital ecosystems in each country in which we work. The strategy is our agency-wide vision for the responsible use of digital technology in development and humanitarian work. Today, many of us take for granted our access to digital technology, like smartphones and the internet. They have become an integral part of our lives and increasingly our default way of communicating, learning, and doing business. We should remember, however, that 4 billion people in lower and middle income countries do not have access to the internet, including a staggering 93% of households in the least developed nations. Further exacerbating that situation, the gender digital divide continues to grow. Women are, on average, 14% less likely to own mobile phones than their male counterparts, and 43% less likely to engage online. Digital technology's profound potential is also tempered by the looming threats posed by authoritarian governments who use digital tools to suppress political dissent and other individual freedoms, while also limiting competition in the marketplace. The field of international development is not immune to the digital changes around us, and as the world's premier development agency, we at USAID have a responsibility to US taxpayers, to the communities we serve, and to ourselves to meet the challenges and seize the opportunities of the digital age. And as we support increased, safe use of digital technology, we must be steadfast in ensuring that we do not leave marginalized communities behind. This requires a conscious and assertive effort that draws upon the diverse strengths of our agency. That is why USAID is supporting digital development across all of its sectors, from building data systems for better tracking and planning of epidemics, to agritech focused on climate-responsive food systems, to digital government platforms such as DAA in Ukraine. DAA is a mobile application and online portal connecting citizens directly with government services. DAA supports the country's fight against corruption and allows the government to continue providing essential services, even during times of war. We are also working with other agencies in other countries to protect children and youth against digital harm. USAID serves as the Secretariat for the Advancing Protection and Care for Children in Adversity Strategy, which is a U.S. government strategy for international assistance that outlines the whole of U.S. government commitment and approach to investing in the development, care, dignity, and safety of the world's most vulnerable children and their families. Last October, in partnership with the Department of State and Canada's International Development Research Centre, we launched the Donor Principles for Human Rights in the Digital Age during the United Nations Internet Governance Forum. This new set of principles establishes an international framework that provides government with a blueprint to help ensure that their digital engagements and investments align with human rights and democratic values. For example, we know that the language of harming children has been misused to censor or surveil marginalized populations, such as LGBTQI+. Efforts to leverage technology have often lacked the guardrails needed to prevent the misuse of technology and data. We need to balance the need to protect vulnerable populations, such as children, with concerns over promotion of digital censorship and surveillance. This is not an easy task, but through our initiatives, we are making concerted efforts to achieve this. For example, through our Transform initiative, USAID will invest $6 million to address online abuses targeting women and girls by working to flag and prevent harassment, threats of violence, or gendered information manipulation on websites and online platforms. Through our Pro-Info initiative, USAID will commit up to $16 million to help build digital and media literacy in our partner countries overseas, building resistance to information abuse. This is an area we are committed to and will continue to support in the future, with children and youth playing an active role. So thank you again for joining this landmark event on this extremely important topic that is relevant for all of our lives. I wish you a fruitful and productive symposium.